So what's happening here? This is you with one of your boys. Where'd this come from?
This is actually, I've been helping kids in Colombia. I was born in Colombia, and I've been helping kids in Colombia. This is a home for extremely poor children with cancer. So most of these kids do pass away. That time there, he was 4, he had stomach cancer, and he did pass away since that picture. That was a few years ago, it was back in '05. And we recently went in February with John. That was his first time there. And it's just such a blessing to know that the money we're earning now, thanks to Jeff and their coaches, is allowing us to provide for other kids. And for you, it may not be kids. For you, it may be your parents, or your children, whatever it may be. Animals, yeah. But whatever the why is, I can't encourage you guys enough to really pick a strong why, because that's what's going to keep you going. When you want to quit, when those fears set in, that's what's really going to keep you going. Knowing that these kids don't have food unless I make that short tail close. I don't care what I have to do. I'm such a marsh, I'm sorry.
She actually did pretty good. She was really cranking there for a minute.
She usually doesn't last that long.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm so passionate about it because I'm so grateful to Jeff and to the coaches because they've allowed us to earn the money. And like you said, it's not about the money. When we went in February, okay, I can do this. When we went in February, there was a little boy. There's actually one of the pictures. I don't know if you have the clicker there.
Oh,
one of the
yeah,
other
for
pictures.
Sure. I'm looking for Kleenex. Is there any?
I'm fine. I'll be fine. There was one of that was John on a recent trip. Since our trip in Feb, thank you, honey. I'm fine. You guys don't mind, do you? The boy in the middle, since we got back from February, he passed away last month. And when we went, he said, oh, well, we look forward to seeing you in 3 months, and we won't get to see him again. He's in heaven, thank God, but I don't know if you want to share anything about your experience there.
I have never been out of the U.S. I've traveled all over the country, but until I went to Colombia, I had never experienced poverty like that. On a similar note, Jeff actually introduced us to that gentleman, Frank McKinney. If any of you don't know who he is, he builds $100 million mansions for the ultra-wealthy down in South Florida, and he takes a lot of that money and he goes and builds villages down in Haiti, and he gets other real estate investors such as Jeff and to a lesser degree people like ourselves, and he will bring us down there, always like as a large group, and everybody will contribute and build homes. So because Jeff introduced us to Frank, Marcy and I were able to, and because of Jeff's organization, things we learned to generate income, we were able to build 3 permanent homes, which is nothing on the scale of what Jeff's done personally, because I want to give him all the credit for that. But little old us, we were able to build 3 permanent homes and provide housing for 24 people on a permanent basis. So the one thing that I really want to point out is we're standing in front of the room for the first time ever. We're used to being on that side, just like we are through this event. We are not coaches. They've done hundreds of deals. We've done a few, we've had some success, but we're basically still learning, and we're you. We are no different than you guys. We just have started learning the rules to the game a little bit before you did. Romy and Christine have had more success than we had because they got going earlier than we did. This is just a game we learned the rules to. Marcy and I decided that we wanted to make an impact on the lives of others through the orphanage and through whatever it is we're able to do, and we couldn't do that. We decided we couldn't do that on our own in a timely manner, and rather than trying to take a long time to figure it out, we decided, why not invest in ourselves and our education and learn directly from people who have done this hundreds of times. Now, if you think about anything you guys have ever done in your life hundreds of times, you're pretty good at it. You know it inside and out. So the coaches taught us, take the steps to do, we followed directions, and we produced the results. So we're able to earn $500,000 this year, and it's all due to the coaches and to Jeff, and then we're able to take that and turn around and bless other people who are less fortunate. This little fella right here on the right, he's had several open heart surgeries, and his mom came up to us. Marcy speaks Spanish and I don't, so I kind of didn't know what was going on, and the mom was asking us if we could pay for his medical bill, and we knew he had open heart surgery. So I'm sitting here thinking like they need a couple of $100 grand, and I'm like, I'd love to help, can't do that.
Yeah.
So it turned out, after I got it translated, he had the surgeries, but he couldn't, they couldn't make sure he was going to have his life saved until he had more tests done. He only needed $280. So we were like, you know, when I found that out, I was like, absolutely, here it is. And then we've done so much more. There are about 30 kids there that come and go. They're all terminally ill. This adorable little girl on the left that Marcy's holding, I mean, she's a little bitty thing. She has some type of tumor and she's being treated. The government's totally different than it is here, so they don't get the same type of care, and so it requires some injection from people of goodwill who want to help out. They moved into a home that used to be an abortion clinic. And it's funny how, I mean, it's my belief, it's funny how God works. Take something like that and turn it into something that can save lives. So they're in a 12-bedroom, 12-bathroom clinical facility. And it's not a good place that, you know, I want my kid raised. So we're going to renovate, we're in the process of renovating the whole place, and then we're going to either buy it and give it to them, because we set up a nonprofit for that specific purpose. And if anybody wants to know how to set up a nonprofit quick and cheap, we'll tell you later how to do it. Ask us. So we did that, and we can either buy that place, or we're going to buy them a different place so they can have permanent housing and not have to rent and whatnot. So that's our personal project that we're doing. We plan on going back to Haiti again and helping out what we can there. We have nothing to look forward to but growth. This particular environment, I mean, people use the word perfect storm, they overuse it, it's kind of cliche, but that's what we're in right now. And you're not hearing this from somebody who has you know, years and years of experience. We've been doing this for a year and a half, but I can see it. The foreclosure, there's another wave of foreclosures coming. It's not going to be over anytime soon. People need help. That's why Jeff and the coaches are doing this. That's why Jeff has his crusade. There's so many people who need help, and what that translates to for all of us is opportunity. And there is nothing wrong with a win-win. So if we can help people, we can become wealthy, and then we can turn around and help others and bless others. I think that's a good deal.
Thank you.